Okay, here's the deal. Joker. Folie Deux is the equivalent of your drunk friends suddenly breaking into song at 3 a.m. when nobody asked for it. Imagine watching Joker. Yep, the same psycho clown, doing musical numbers like he's auditioning for a weird, sad version of The Greatest Showman. Who asked for this? It's like the movie was trying to be edgy, but instead, it feels like you accidentally walked into the wrong theater. I mean, seriously? A musical? It's exhausting, confusing, and honestly, just straight up weird. Let's face it, when you watch a Joker movie, you're not there for La La Land with murder. Watching Joaquin Phoenix dance and sing through his trauma feels like someone smashed a Joker movie with a failed TikTok trend. And trust me, it's about as fun as listening to that guy at a party rant about how misunderstood he is. Yeah, it's that bad. Now, let's rewind for a second and talk about why this feels so off. Joker has always been about one thing: chaos. Whether it was Heath Ledger's Oscar-winning performance in The Dark Knight.
Start with the head. The victim gets all fuzzy. He can't feel the neck. See? You wanted me.
Or Phoenix's own gritty, dark portrayal in the first Joker movie, the character has always thrived on unpredictability, terror, and the madness that lurks just below the surface. He's the villain who doesn't need rules, who can't be pinned down to one philosophy. So turning this psychotic, anarchic figure into someone who prances around in an asylum to musical numbers, it's like taking everything that made Joker menacing and reducing him to a sad Broadway audition. This movie doesn't just misunderstand the Joker, it outright neuters him. Meanwhile, over in Marvel Land, Deadpool vs. Wolverine did what Joker couldn't deliver. It's chaos without making you cringe. Deadpool isn't wasting your time with unnecessary musical interludes. Instead, it's Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman giving us an R-rated bromance for the ages. The film gives you what you want. Insane stunts.
Wanna do some cocaine?
Hey, cocaine is the one thing that Feige said is off limits.
Killer jokes, and Wolverine slicing through bad guys like they're nothing. It's the kind of fun Joker couldn't even dream of. Did we just rip the Joker too hard? Smash that subscribe button, leave a comment, and let us know if we're dead on or way off. Deadpool vs. Wolverine knows exactly how to keep it raw and hilarious. Reynolds drops jokes faster than Wolverine can regenerate, and it's beautiful. This movie feels like the best video game crossover you never knew you needed, with Deadpool's relentless sarcasm bouncing off Wolverine's silent rage in the best way possible. It's the kind of movie you walk out of wanting to rewatch just for the epic fights and unfiltered comedy. Here's where this Joker movie falls apart. This movie tries way too hard to be deep. You can almost see it screaming, "I'm different," as it forces Arthur Fleck into bizarre musical numbers. The movie thinks it's offering some philosophical deep dive into madness, but honestly, it just feels like Glee with a gun. Arthur's breakdown feels less like a gripping narrative and more like an excuse to stretch the runtime with dance sequences nobody asked for. The Joker is supposed to be about chaos, violence, and unraveling sanity. In Joker, though, he's auditioning for the Joker version of Dancing with the Stars, and it's awkward as hell. The whole thing feels like a pretentious mess, trying to layer art on top of a character that should be making the audience squirm, not sing along. It's like someone took Joker's essence and ran it through a filter that drained all the tension and left us with cringeworthy tunes instead. The beauty of past portrayals, whether it's Phoenix's gritty realism in the first film or Ledger's chaotic mastermind in The Dark Knight, was that they kept Joker terrifyingly grounded. He's a symbol of madness, someone who can manipulate, murder, and laugh through it all. Folie Deux strips that away and tries to make you feel sorry for him through song. Deadpool vs. Wolverine gives us what Joker doesn't. A movie that doesn't take itself too seriously. There's no forced artsy flair, no awkward attempts to make us question the universe's morality. Just two badass characters wreaking havoc. Deadpool's humor, Wolverine's intensity, and a constant barrage of mayhem remind us why we love superhero movies in the first place. No musical numbers, no pointless over-the-top drama, just pure, savage fun. The chemistry between Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman is everything we hoped it would be. Wolverine's "I'm too old for this" energy mixed with Deadpool's chaotic nonsense makes for pure cinematic gold. It's like the movie knows exactly what the fans want and cranks it to 11 without pretending to be more than it is. It's a bloody, hilarious roller coaster, and that's exactly what superhero movies should be.
This is your chance to be a hero among heroes.
While this new Joker movie drags you, leaving you begging for it to end, Deadpool vs. Wolverine does the opposite. It keeps you hooked, hitting you with one-liners, insane fights, and just the right amount of heart. Joker feels like it's trying to lecture you with every scene, but Deadpool, it's like hanging with that one friend who always keeps things hilarious, even in the worst situations. By the time the credits roll on Joker, you're just relieved it's over. What Joker misses entirely is how to keep the audience engaged. We don't want to feel like we're being dragged through some awkward performance art. We want to be entertained. Deadpool versus Wolverine does exactly that. There's no preachy undertone, no unnecessary dramatic pauses. It's all action, all the time, with a perfect balance of humor and savagery. Movies are supposed to be fun. Deadpool gets that. Joker doesn't. At the end of the day, Joker. Folie Deux is a weird, unnecessary sequel that tries to be deep but ends up being incoherent. It's not edgy, it's not revolutionary, it's just confusing. Meanwhile, Deadpool vs. Wolverine doesn't pretend to be anything more than what it is. A fast-paced, blood-soaked good time. It gives fans exactly what they want, and it delivers. While Joker will likely be remembered as a strange blip in comic book movie history, Deadpool vs. Wolverine will go down as one of the most fun, chaotic superhero films we've seen. Sometimes, movies need to understand their place. This new Joker movie wanted to push boundaries, but it ended up pushing audiences away with its weird, misplaced ambition. Deadpool vs. Wolverine. It gives the people what they want. Carnage, comedy, and the ultimate bromance. That's how you win.
Sorry! Fuck! What's Cafe Gratitude doing here?
No forced meaning, no awkward attempts at being artsy. Just a badass movie. Sick of boring superhero takes? Subscribe or keep crying about why your favorite hero just got wrecked. Either way, we're talking brutal. Raw and straight up savage takes.
I've never said this, but don't swallow.